Hey guys, this is Gio from Smart Home Makers and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at this wall-mounted tablet with my smart home dashboard on it. I'll be giving you a tour of how this works. I'll be talking about the hardware and software that I actually use to run this whole thing. And towards the end of the video, we're going to go more hands-on and more technical, and I'm actually going to show you the steps that you can take today to get started and achieve this sort of result. Everything that I mentioned in this video, you'll find links in the description down below. If you want to skip something along, there will be timestamps in this video, so feel free to do that too. Now, this is the wall panel that I just recently created. So let me give you a quick rundown of what's on this panel. Just to note that I'm currently trialing this out, hence there's this little watermark here, and this is part of the software that I'm using. Once I've fully purchased the license, which I'll be doing right after this video, these will actually remove, so don't worry about these little writings over here. This is part of the software called the fully Kiosk browser. But let's get into this now. So on the left hand side of the panel, I have weather, where I can see all information about the weather currently, and I can see it at a glance. I have my front door camera, I have my porch light, which I can turn on and turn off just like that. I have the downstairs toilet, which I've got over here. At the central part of the dashboard, I have my home alarm, which I can just activate by tapping the green button. I have various lights that I can control right here, and they're all turning on right there, just in the kitchen. I have everything here for the dining lights, garden. I also have this thermostat over here, so you can see the current temperature is 28 degrees, and the goal temperature is 18. On the right hand side over here, we have my smart lock, which I recently reviewed, the Nuki 2.0. So I can just simply tap this to lock it. You can see the garage over here. We have a camera right here with the garage, and we have my parking bay right outside. I've made a video about both of these on my channel, so if you check it out. I also have some text to speech, which I can input over here in the living room speaker. So I can say something like hello, and that will send a audio message to the speakers I've connected into the system. I also have many more wall panels. So this is a wall panel dedicated for my living area with my media cabinet information, more TV information, lamps, more thermostats for this sort of level over here. I have more information around here. This floor over here, we can see everything like a glance with the terms of the security, and I can punch in the alarm code. This is the media dashboard I created previously. This is specifically designed for iPhone. As you can see, this can be improved to fit nicely on a tablet, and I can control my Sonos. I can launch Netflix, Disney Plex, basically whatever I want, and I can control that. There's also a dedicated video on how I built that media controller, which you guys can actually have a look and access. And what you can do really is you can really pick and choose which interface you want to see. In terms of the hardware that I'm using a Fire Tablet 10-inch display, but you could use any Android tablet or even a 7-inch Fire tablet, that will be fine. Software wise, I'm using Home Assistant as my automation platform of choice. Home Assistant, what it does basically, it uses your existing smart devices like Ring doorbells, Nest cameras, everything you've got. Basically, there's so many integrations, Philips Hue bulbs, and it just connects them all together. It either connects them through automation, or you can just display them like this on the dashboard, and you can custom make the dashboard as you wish. Home Assistant is free to use. You just need to buy the hardware, basically the box that you want to install it on. Another piece of software that I'm using is the fully Kiosk browser, which you can trial out for free. Even you can use for free, and if you're using plus features, you'll just have that watermark there, it doesn't really bother me that much, especially when you're trying it out, and once you're happy with it, you can purchase the license. I think the license is around $7-8, so it's not really that, $7-8 US. And you can set all sorts of things. So one thing that I would recommend you setting up with this fully Kiosk browser is the wake up functionality. So if I lock this tablet, so if I kept this tablet on in terms of display all the time, it would drain the battery really fast. But if I lock it, I can use the camera as a motion sensor, and it will unlock it when I approach it. So let me show you now. And now walking across, and you can see how fast that was. I was moving quite quick, and it still popped up nice and quickly. So as soon as you approach the dashboard, or any one of your guests approach the dashboard, they can actually use it. In terms of the mount, it's just a simple mount. It's screwed into the back. I haven't got any permanent solution yet, because I'm not sure if this is the position I want to keep it in final position. But you're also going to have to think about power and how you power this device up. Are you comfortable with having it fully plugged in, or you're going to create some automations with smart plugs to sort of deal with that problem. What I'm doing so far at the moment, I'm actually flexible enough. I can just slot it out and I can bring it in my hand. And what I can do is I can actually go to another room and I can control any device that I want. I can turn things on, or I can use it as a remote control. So you do have an advantage if you only have one. You'll find that once you've built one of these, you're going to want one basically nearly in every room, or as many rooms as possible. Now we're back at the computer. Now let's look at the steps that we can take to get you from starting from nothing to actually having that dashboard up and running. So obviously this is going to be a short video and I'm only giving you high level stats, but I'm going to point you in the right direction of resources that exist either online on my video courses platform or other videos that I've made. So hopefully this is going to be a nice summary. If you have any questions about this whole thing, just drop a comment in the description down below. And if you're getting value out of this video, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Step one is open up Google and just type Home Assistant. You'll go to this landing page, click on Getting Started and click on Installation. Over here you have some hardware options, Raspberry Pi, Android, Windows, Mac, so you can decide where you want to install Home Assistant. So once you've got that installed, then let's go to phase two. Phase two, you're going to need to understand the basic concept of Home Assistant before you take this forward. I have a free Home Assistant course. There's a link down in the description below which you can follow, but there are many other videos on YouTube, on my channel and other channels which give you a good overview. An overview should take no longer than half an hour or an hour for you to understand the basics and understand how Home Assistant works in a little bit more detail. Once you've got that done, we're going to move to the next phase. Go into the integration page of Home Assistant and look at all of the possible gadgets and devices that you can actually purchase. Hopefully you'll be able to connect a lot of devices that you already have, and some of them will be auto-discovered when you install Home Assistant itself, so you can tick them off the box. But over here you'll find all the information on all the devices that you can possibly integrate in Home Assistant and control from that dashboard that I mentioned to you. Once you're in Home Assistant, then you'll have the ability to create n number of dashboards as you wish. So for example, to create a dashboard, you would just go down to the configuration tab, scroll until you get to Lovelace Dashboards, click on it, click Add Dashboard, and here you would just give it a title. So just calling it sample dashboard. Click on create, and if you go onto the sample dashboard, we should see it now on the left hand side. Obviously I have many more dashboards already set up. And if I go to sample dashboard, I'm pre-populated with a dashboard, and this doesn't look as good as the dashboard that I showed you previously on a tablet, but it's certainly a start. And if you don't have that many devices anyway connected up, it's a really good place to start with your Home Assistant smart home journey. Now really you have two options. You can either click on this video over here, where you can jump into my design, where I actually do a hands-on video tutorial. It's around 40 minutes, but there are timestamps on it, where you can actually see how I design a dashboard for iPhone or for an iPad or a tablet. Or you could follow a link in the description down below and check out my dashboards courses, where you'll see everything of this detailed out in a lot more detail. There'll be videos and there will be tutorials and step-by-step guides on how to actually get this done. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you will soon start building your own smart home dashboard. This was Gio from Smart Home Makers. See you in the next one.